So we are here doing our parishioner spotlight with Miss Joy Sibley. Hi, Joy.
Hi, Klade. Glad to see you.
I'm glad to be seen. I have some technical issues. We're going to try this again. So just to start, Joy, how long have you been a member at St. Edward's?
I've been a member of St. Edward's since its very beginning in 1968.
Okay. So our church has gone through a lot of changes since that time. And what has been the biggest change that as a member you've witnessed?
So many. Of course, we started out as a very small group of people. Over the years, it grew. We went about 5 years with priests who served with us part-time until our first rector in 1975-ish. I don't remember the exact date. And over those years, our church grew, and then it hit hard times, and we lost people even before the pandemic. But since then, we're starting to slowly grow again. But it's been I mean, that's been 54 years, so you see a lot of change over those years.
And what made you pick St. Edward's when you were looking for a church?
Well, it was the only Episcopal church in the county. When we first came, we couldn't find one, and saw an ad in the paper one day that a new Episcopal congregation was forming in Lawrenceville. So we went to that service and been there ever since.
Now, as a parishioner, what ministry are you involved in, Joy?
I'm sorry, what?
What ministries are you involved in?
Right now, I am with the Flower Guild. I do flower arrangements sometimes, and I'm still in the choir. And that's all I could do right now.
And what made you join the choir and the flower ministry?
Well, the choir is something that I've done all my life. Um, and the flowers, I don't know exactly how I got roped into that first, but then I got so I really enjoyed doing that.
Now, for the future of our church, what changes would you like to see with St. Edward?
I'm sorry, what?
For the future of the church, what changes would you like to see at St. Edward?
Well, I would hope that someday we would have more children again. That would be lovely. We need to regrow, and probably we need to rethink how we go about doing that. At some point, somebody pointed out that the demographics near St. Edward's are older people. So I don't know how that can happen, but we have to attract more people, um, and and maybe Sunday's thing of bring a friend to church will help us start to bring more people in.
And with the current things happening in our church, what things are you excited about or do you feel encouraged about?
I think the thing that encourages me most is that people seem to be more comfortable. Our priests are so lovely and loving and welcoming. And I think that's perhaps the most encouraging thing to me.
And my last question for you, Joy, what is a fun fact that most people may not know about you?
Oh dear. uh, I'm not all that fun, but I guess the thing that I love most doing, other than singing and doing flowers, is I'm a quilter. I make quilts. I give them away. I've never sold a quilt. All of my family members have more than they need. except the babies. I need to think about making more for them. But what I really love to do is make quilts that we send to children's hospitals in Atlanta. And I make 5 or 6 of those every year.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, I'm glad we were able to get this sorted and do this interview. But it was so nice talking to you, Joy. And hopefully down the road, we'll get you to do an interview for our next Parishioner Spotlight.
We'll see.